I've been using Figma Weave for a couple of months now, and in this video, I will give you an honest review of the platform. More specifically, I will show you what is possible, what it costs, when should you use it, and when you should definitely not. And we've got a lot to cover, so let's get started with the video. And let me start off by showing you what Figma Weave actually is and what kind of problem it solves. So basically, Figma Weave is an all-in-one platform that allows you to access all these image and video generator models in one canvas and to build these workflows with which you can turn inputs into high-quality visuals such as images or videos. And to understand how this differs from platforms like OpenArt, Higgsfield, or ChatGPT, let us quickly go to ChatGPT and let's go over here and tell the AI to create an image of a fashion model walking in New York. And let us hit enter. And now here is the result. So this is something you have probably seen hundreds of times before. Then also something you may have seen is that because there's not just one or two AI image and video generator models, but there are hundreds of those, you also have these websites like OpenArt or Higgsfield that not only allow you to create an image from a text input like this, but you can also choose from one of these models. So instead of having to sign up to 100 different websites, you can just choose the model right here inside this one subscription. And that brings us to Figma Weave, which is essentially doing a similar thing to what a platform like OpenArt or Higgsfield does, but on top of being able to create an image or a video with a different model, you can actually build these workflows that you can then share with your teammate. Or for example, if you have found a good workflow for instance, creating designs or advertisements, you can just enter a product photo and you can use the workflow to convert that into, let's say, 100 short advertisement videos. And obviously, something like that is not possible, definitely not possible here on ChatGPT, but also not possible on a platform like OpenArt or Higgsfield, because if you create your videos and images here, you still need to jump between the tabs. For example, you could create an image over here in OpenArt using the image generator feature. Then you need to download the picture, go to the video tab, upload it here, give it some instructions, hit generate. And if you find that, okay, this gives me good results, then you need to repeat this 100 times. But that's not the case in Figma, because here you can build this workflow and you can literally just select all these nodes and hit run to create. And since we're doing a review, I'm not going to walk you through exactly what each and every single one of these nodes do, because I have covered that many times on my channel. You can actually find some videos in the description and recommendations. But basically, here is a sample workflow that I have built for one of my second-hand shoes. So this is a picture of the shoe that I'm wearing. I have taken this here at the office, and I have just told the AI to analyze this picture and create me 6 different ad variation descriptions that I can then feed into an image generator. And I used the OpenAI's GPT model to come up with these. And as you can see, I didn't have to use ChatGPT separately, but I could just add a node and connect this block and this block into that node. And now the AI analyzed this picture, given this instruction, and gave me 6 ad descriptions. Then I just basically split those descriptions, because now we just have one wall of text, into 6 different sections. And then I fed those into an AI image generator, and it gave me 6 different results back. Then I downloaded those and I entered that list into a video generator. I told the AI to create a 360 style animation of the shoe, and I got a bunch of results like this back. Obviously, I should use a better prompt, simply because right now some of these pictures don't look like or videos don't look like the original picture at all. But here the point is just to demonstrate to you how this thing works. And now what is really cool about this is that when I find something that produces me good results that I actually want to use, when I find the best prompts, and when I find the ideal workflow with the most cost-effective solution, I can just click share over here and I can share this with my teammates. So if they, for example, want to create this for a bag or, for example, some kind of a skincare product, they can do the exact same thing by just coming over here and replacing this picture and then choosing this whole thing and running the selected part And this is so handy. And also I can do this for my entire product catalog very easily. Maybe the only part that I don't like about Figma Weave, which is actually fixed on other platforms like Magnific, is that here there is a discontinuation. So once I got the pictures, I cannot feed those directly into an iterator, but I had to download those pictures to create those videos. So that is a minor inconvenience and something that you have to know. But still, this is super cool because you can only imagine how much time and effort it would take to put something like this together, for example, in OpenArt or Higgsfield, where you need to do every step separately, one by one. And you can only imagine if you have, let's say, 100 products and you want to create 10 pictures for each product. So that would take weeks or even months. And there's always a risk of error, but here you can just come in, run this workflow with one click of a button, and then just take a look at the results. And now the next logical question is, when should you use a platform like Figma Weave and when should you not? Well, I think the answer is very simple. If you want to be able to create hundreds of images in one go with one click of a button, then you should definitely use a platform like Figma Weave. Or for that matter, if you want to edit multiple pictures at once, that is also a good reason. Then also, if you want to produce results that take multiple steps and you want to create this kind of a small AI application that gets this done for you without having to redo it all over again every single time, then this is also a good place for using a platform like Figma Weave. Because as I said previously, if you're using OpenArt or Higgsfield, you still need to jump between these different tabs and there's no saved workflow anywhere. And also, if you want to share these workflows with your teammates, that is a fantastic reason to use it because here you can actually see what your teammate has done. So for instance, you can imagine that I have shared with you this kind of an AI ad generator workflow. You can immediately see all my prompts and everything that I have built over here. I have even left a note of what this costs. So this is super handy and obviously something you cannot do on a platform like this because there are no saved workflows anywhere. But then, when should you not use a platform like this? Well, first and foremost, I would like to say that this is actually much more expensive than, for example, using OpenArt or, for instance, one of these AI models directly, like, for instance, ChatGPT Image 2 here inside ChatGPT subscription. And I will actually show you what this costs in just a second. But if you just want to create an image or two, if you just want to create something that there's no need to reproduce or repeat anytime after you have created it once, or if you're just messing out with the AI, if you just want to see what is possible right now, what kinds of videos and images you want to create, then this is definitely not for you. And for like 99% of casual users, this is definitely not something you should learn because it might feel technical, it might feel like an overkill because you can still do this exact same stuff here, for example, in OpenArt or Higgsfield. And now let me show you very briefly what is happening behind the scenes when you're using a platform like Figma Weave and why it doesn't really matter which platform you're using and why the markets make it seem like you are missing out on a lot while you're not actually missing out on anything. So let's say that you're a user, you create a video of a model walking in New York and you're using the Figma Weave platform to do this. Well, what happens is that Figma Weave takes your request and forwards it directly to the actual AI video generator model. So for instance, if you want to create this using Seedance 2.5, Figma Weave has absolutely nothing to do with that video model. Or Gemini, Omni, or GPT Image 2, anything that they host on their platform is not their own technology. This comes from outside. And now here, you could actually take any platform like Higgsfield, OpenArt, Magnific, and you could just replace it over here and they would still do the exact same thing. And what I'm trying to say here is that it doesn't matter which platform you're using. After all, they are just middle persons between you and the actual video and image generator model. So now if you create this video, the AI will forward it to the actual model, which will then produce the video, send it back to this platform, which will then send it back to you. So when it comes to quality, performance, the results, it does not matter which platform you're using. It doesn't matter if you're building a workflow, if you're just using a long prompt, nothing matters because you still have the exact same models at your disposal. So Magnific, Figma Weave, you have Polo AI, you have all these different platforms, Higgsfield, OpenArt, you name it, they all drink from the same pond. And now here is where it gets interesting. So if we check the pricing page, if you take a quick look, you can see that, okay, it runs from $0 per month all the way to $60 per month. And basically, if you think about any other tool or software you have ever used in the market, if you see the highest tier, you believe that it is unlimited, right? So basically, you get an impression that, okay, for $60 per month, you're probably going to be able to use this tool for as many times as you want to, anytime you want to. But that is complete bogus. Because if you take a closer look, for $60 per month, you're going to only get 4,500 monthly credits per user. And here they are saying that this is 11,000 images or 1,250 seconds of video. But this is actually not true at all if you want to create any usable videos or images. So let us actually run the mathematics behind this. So basically, right now, the best AI video generator model is Seedance 2.0. And if we actually go to Figma Weave and we search for Seedance, we can drag and drop the video generator over here. And now, well, we don't even need to give it any prompts or anything because here you can already see what it costs to run this. So we're going to use the standard, better quality model. We're going to create up to 15 seconds worth of video. So that is the longest that the AI can do right now. We're going to do 4K resolution, and you can see that this is 2,286 credits. And if you go to the pricing page, you can actually see that this is over half of the credits you get for $60 per month. So here is what it actually costs to make high quality videos. So for $60, 4,500 credits, one video, 15 seconds is this many credits as I just showed you. So one video alone is going to cost you $30 and a bit more actually. This is crazy expensive. So that is just 15 seconds worth of random video that might not turn out good at all. And let's say that you're running some kind of, for example, a cartoon series or you're creating AI short movies or anything. 1 hour worth of video will be $7.3 thousand. And trust me, this is not the case. Because if you actually want to get truly usable footage worth of 1 hour, it's going to take you at least 5 to 10 attempts per clip, because the AI always produces some randomness and most of the clips are unusable. So 1 hour of footage is going to be about $40,000 to $70,000. And this is absolutely wild, considering that the pricing page says that it costs $60 per month. So this is literally 1,000 times more expensive than what the pricing page makes you believe. And if you have checked any one of my previous videos, you can actually see that this is not only an issue on Figma Weave, but this basically goes with all these other tools as well. Although I must say that this $30 per video is the most expensive one that I have encountered. So usually when you're using Seedance 2.0, it costs between $13 to maybe $18 based on the platform you're using. So if you're using Higgsfield, OpenArt, those are usually the cheapest, and those are the ones that I usually recommend if you just want to create videos. So basically when it comes to creating videos, and especially if you want to create good looking videos that you can actually use, you should not watch the pricing page at all. This will not give you any kind of an idea. The $60 is going to go to 1 or 2 clips, and that's literally going to be it. So be prepared to spend tens of thousands of dollars if you want to produce actually good looking videos using AI. And now, obviously, this review was a bit of a higher level review. I did not jump into these specific nodes and different features inside the platform because I have actually made a separate 1 hour long guide where I show you how to use pretty much all these different models. And you can find a link to that in the description. Nonetheless, when it comes to using Figma Weave, I would highly suggest you doing so only if you want to run things at scale. That is, if you want to produce hundreds of results or tens of results with just one click of a button, and also if you want to share your workflows and build these repeatable small AI applications with which you can then create content using the same idea. In all other cases, I would just recommend using a platform like OpenArt or Higgsfield because they are going to be a lot cheaper, especially if you're using the best video generator models. That said, make sure to check the links in the description. I have left you the best deals and discounts there to these different platforms, my favorites, and I've also left you some workflows that I have built here in Figma Weave as well. And thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good day.